name is Gilan Gork. He is a best-selling author of the book Persuasion Games. He's currently working on his second book. He's also a global speaker who's presented in more than 40 countries for Fortune 500 companies.
Right?
Oh my goodness! This is so freaky! Okay, this just got very deep.
Just don't make me blush.
No, man. No. Now, I met Gilan about a month and a half ago, was it? When we were emceeing a corporate event together. And he did the most amazing, can I call them mind tricks? Like, what do we call them officially?
It's a mentalist feat or an experiment.
An experiment. Okay, they're not tricks. They are mind feats. It's a mentalist experiment. And if you remember the show The Mentalist, like Patrick Jane, it's like a real life one. Gilan, maybe you should let everybody know what we've been up to in the last couple of hours or so.
Yes, so we have been playing a game, and these are kind of like experiments and games, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But I said to you that I wanted to try and like hack into your brain and try and like extract a piece of information. Now, it's not exactly that, because I've also been trying to plant seeds of thoughts in your mind as well. And so earlier on I said to you, look, we're going to play a little word association game. You know, like when you're kids, like if I said yellow, you would say the next word that comes to mind that relates to, like you could say sun or exactly.
For sure.
And so you can go on and on and on, and the further away you get, the words will change. And so I gave you a word which is something that I'm passionate about, that I teach people about, which is influence.
And that's exactly why he's here.
And I had you change your mind how many times? It was about 5 times or so, something like that.
Yes.
And you would think of a word that related to influence. You didn't tell it to me. You then thought of a word that related to that word and that word and that word and that word, and you landed up with a word. I even had you then search online to find an article about the word that you were thinking of.
Yes.
And then you went and even found another word on the article online.
Which you made me scroll down 2 paragraphs into that article to find the 6th word.
Yes, well, I said scroll down to somewhere in the middle of the article. You thought of like a word. And so at this point, I just want to confirm, you've got a word in your mind.
Yes.
That is so far from the word influence. Like, there's no way that I could know what it is. I obviously didn't tell you, like, you have to say this word. Like, we haven't prearranged or anything.
Nope.
You're not like a stooge.
I guess we're going to try and see if you...
Now I'm going to try and hack into your mind. I'm going to try
and get the word
see
out.
if I can get what the word is. And I want you to think of the first letter of the word. Just, can you picture it in your mind? Mm-hmm. And I want you really quickly to say the alphabet from A to Z out loud, looking at me, thinking about that letter, and go.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, all right.
Did I go too fast? Do you know what I was really scared of? I was like, is this the alphabet?
It's amazing how people get stage fright when I ask them to do this in like live shows, and they're like, shit, I've forgotten the alphabet. So let me ask you a question. Is the first letter of the word that you're thinking of, is it? Oh, I'm actually going to go ahead and draw it. I'm going to write it over here.
Oh wow!
Something that stuck out to me about all letters. I've gone ahead and I've actually written it over here, and I'll show it to you in a moment. Just tell us the first letter, and then I'll show. I've committed myself by what I've written on this clipboard here.
And I've also written the
just
word
the first
down.
letter. Don't tell us the whole word. Just tell us the first letter.
I just want to show. Okay, I haven't shown anyone.
Okay.
It starts with the letter R.
R.
Yes.
The word that you searched online starts with R?
That I searched.
Are you sure?
Not the one that, wait, the one
hold on, because I wrote A.
Oh, wait, no, the one that I searched online, not the one that I scrolled in the article.
Yes,
okay, no. The one that I searched, you're right, it starts with an A.
It does start with an A. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me be clear here. There's 2 words that I actually want to get. The one through our word association game, and the other word is going to be whichever word you then found on like some random article that you had found.
Cool.
Okay, but I am on the right track. There is an A that you were thinking of.
Nerve-wracking. Yes. The word that I searched starts with an A.
So we'll get to the other word in a moment, but I just want you to think about that word with the A, and I just want you to imagine what it is.
Okay.
All right. So now, what I can tell you straight off the bat is that it is something physical. Mm-hmm. It's like something. Say big, small.
Big.
Small.
Oh, small.
Say small again.
Small.
No, it's definitely big. And I want you to just imagine in your mind saying the word in your mind over and over again. Don't even let your lips move. Just in your mind. This is so weird because I'm getting the sense that it's either 2 or 3 syllables, and I don't know why. I get the sense that like you're thinking of it like in 2 syllables, like dun dun, but there's also something that you're thinking like, do you sometimes call it a different name that's got 3 syllables?
Yes.
Like, is that
right? This is so freaky.
Okay, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, I'm standing up for this because there's a big say. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write it here in 3 syllables, how I would say it in 3 syllables.
Shaking.
Okay, so for the first word, right? This is the one that you went through, like all the different changes of your mind. Tell us what it is you're thinking of, and then I'll show you what I've written down here.
Do you want the 2 syllable?
Whichever
or the 3?
one you want, yeah.
It's an airplane or an aeroplane.
An airplane,
Yeah.
like AIRPL, or aeroplane, which would be 3 syllables. I actually wrote aeroplane over here, which is just absolutely crazy. But hold on, let's. Now here's even the craziest thing, right?
Oh
is
my
that now?
goodness, this is so freaky.
Don't show me anything. Don't show anything because you've got another word, right? You've got another word.
Can we take a break here?
Yes,
before
we
we
can.
come back for the other word.
Sure.
So the whole reason I invited Gilan over is because of how our mindset, I truly believe, as humans, is what sets everything up for us in life. And if you're able to influence your mind, you're able to influence your life for a better chance at just living the best life, the fullest life that you deserve. And I know it sounds like, a mind feat and whatnot, but it's truly about how can you be equipped with information and techniques that can help you be a better person. And not only when we come back is Gilan going to guess the second word, but he's also going to be sharing his rapid influence formula that can help you influence your life, your relationships, and your business. This is crazy. The Mentalist in the studio with us. He has completed a mind feat of note. Guessed my first word that he gave me a word. I had to change my mind about 4 times, associating each word with the previous word that was given. So literally we've gone like 5 levels down. He's guessed that word correctly. The word that I searched online was airplane, which he wrote aeroplane. And now there's another word.
Yes. So you basically search for the internet for aeroplane.
Correct.
You found an article, scroll down to like the middle of it somewhere, just thought of a word.
Picked any random word.
And you've got this word in your mind now. Now here's the thing, right? I've been watching you throughout all of this time that we've been taking the break. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to say a couple of things. I'm going to be as direct as possible so it doesn't sound like I'm fishing too much.
Okay.
It could like 1 in millions chances of getting this right, okay? But I do think that you thought of airplane at first, but the second word you're thinking of is not like an object. It's more like conceptual than that is kind of the idea that I'm getting.
Correct.
And I feel that this is something that you may have chosen or thought of or been attracted to because I think that you're a very sociable person and you like to like chat to people about things and I can see that you're kind of giggling. I think I'm on the right place here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down something that I think you enjoy doing or enjoy receiving, just be careful how I say that, but I want you to just tell us. I've written down a word, and I want you to go ahead and tell us what is the word that you're thinking of, and then I'll show you what I've written, and I think I'll be close.
Okay, the word was recommended.
Recommended in parts. Okay, I wrote recommend, which is just absolutely mad.
No, man. No jokes. I have had no contact with Gilan in terms of telling him what the words were. I've kept this paper with me. I went to Maponya Mall to do my driver's license. This paper was with me. I thought my car was stolen. The paper was still with me. I'm just trying to make you realize how there's no way you could know.
Yeah, and so, while this may seem like psychic powers, I have none. I'm not supernatural at all. There's quite an academic side to being a mentalist, which is what I enjoy sharing with people,
What is it?
It's a mix of so many different things depending on the experiments or what I'm teaching, from psychology to nonverbal communication to even showmanship in trying to get people into a certain state of mind or to be thinking of certain things. And my passion really is teaching people about influence and helping them to make it practical in their life.
And that's why I invited him. You see, Nick, I told you, these are the friends you want to bring a +1 to your house.
These are the type of friends where I'm like thinking, what is he picking up from the little that I'm saying? Like, what is he picking up?
Is that why you're so quiet?
Exactly. I see Lorenzo's not even moving much. She's like, I ain't having none of this.
I have nothing to say. Gilan, you know, NATO invited you to be a keynote speaker at their strategic communications conference in Europe, and you shared a formula with them. You call it the rapid influence formula. Please share it with our listeners, because I think we all deserve to have the strategic insight that a whole NATO has.
Yes.
For practice in our daily lives.
Yes, and so NATO, obviously, that's, you know, was a room full of leaders and people in military and private sector. And, you know, influence is really so broad. Whether you're a leader, whether you are if you own a business and you have to sell to people, you got to like manage your team. There's so many different applications. Even your relationships at home, you need influence to be able to lead. So I'm going to go through this in like less than a minute. It's going to be really quick, but we'll post the video online and everyone can go ahead and see. Basically, what I've found out, being a mentalist and being obsessed with what people are thinking, even when they don't realize they're thinking, as you can tell from our experiment, I deal a lot with, you know, the subconscious and everything that goes on in there. There are 3 questions that people's minds are asking about you every single time they interact with you. And the more positively you answer these 3 questions in people's minds, the more influence you're going to have with them. But they don't realize that they're asking these 3 questions about you. This is in business, this is personal, all across the board.
We're always doing it.
So here are the 3 questions. They're actually really, really simple. I've put them in a little Venn diagram over here, which I'll reveal one at a time. So the first question that people are asking about you is, are you reliable, or can I rely on you? And they're just getting a feel for that based on everything. First impressions, meeting you, seeing the way that you interact with them. The second question that they're asking about you is, are you capable of helping me? People need help in different ways. Are you capable of helping me? And the third question that people are asking about you subconsciously is, do you care about me? Will you put my interests at heart? Will you put me first? And so what we find when we're able to demonstrate to people that we're reliable, that we're capable of helping them, and that we care about them, ultimately what we're actually creating with them is trust, credibility, and support. And with trust, credibility, and support, we're able to lead people, whether it be our partners, our children, whether it be our team in business, our clients. And so always go back to those 3 questions. Am I showing people that I'm reliable, that I'm capable of helping them, and that I care about them? And so long as you can answer yes to all of those, you'll develop the most unbelievable influence with the people around you.
I'm shaking.
That's beautiful.
I'm shaking.
I'm actually thinking about this, and he's absolutely right.
Are you reliable, Nick? Like when I think about you, you're a reliable person.
Yes.
You're very capable. You're very caring. Like genuinely.
So there we go.
Honestly, at 947, when I arrived, you were the person that taught me. Like, I'm going to get emotional now.
I know.
Out of the blue.
Just don't.
I would not be able to run my desk without you, because you were that guy. And my friend, you are all 3 of those things.
Thank you.
I think that's why you have the kind of influence that you have that you don't realize you have across the team. Okay, this just got very deep.
Just don't make me blush.
Incredible. Gilan, what a pleasure to have you in the studio to teach us about influence and how we can gain better influence over ourselves in our own lives as well. Can I invite you back again tomorrow?
I would love to be back.
Can we do another mind feed tomorrow?
Let's do something that'll leave everyone on the edge of their seats.
Let's empower ourselves, man. Let's empower ourselves.